Hello, Lizzie here, and today I've got another fabulous easy tutorial on how to make these lovely fabric gift boxes, perfect for the teachers at the end of term or for gift giving, holiday times, Easter, whenever the occasion arrives. I've actually got chocolate coins in mine. You could put almonds in there, you can put cookies in there, and all sorts of lovely treats. Really easy make, so stay with us. I'm just going to pop these over here so they're out of my way. So this is the pattern that you need to make. All the instructions are on there, all the dimensions in centimetres and inches, and make sure you cut your fabric here on the fold. So once you've copied those dimensions, just copy the pattern and cut your fabric out. Now today I'm using denim, something quite different for me. So this is going to be my outside fabric or my inside fabric, because actually it's fully reversible. I put some fleece on the back of it so it's a little bit more padded and soft, and this is my outside or my lining, which is like an anchor print, and this is all denim. So once you've cut your pieces out, all you need to do is stitch up all the sides, so down here and down here, and leave everything else to it. If you use a directional fabric, then you need to cut two with a 1/4 inch seam allowance added on here to allow for your direction. So onto the machine, and we're just going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance and all the way along both sides. Don't worry about a back tack, because we're going to catch that seam in the next little phase. Just make sure those seams meet. So that's one bit of seaming done. So let's do the next one. Now I've cut my wadding just a 1/4 inch smaller on the side seams, just so there's not so much bulk. Just make sure they match up. And you can use adhesive wadding, or you could use a spray glue to keep your wadding in, or batting in place. Or you could indeed quilt this, make it really special. So that's the first bit done. For each piece we've stitched down those two sides there. So now all I'm going to do is pinch out my corners. So here I'm just going to pinch those out. So I'm just going to bring in that point, and I'm going to stitch from there to there, right across, and about a 1/4 inch again. Do a back tack so it's nice and strong. And you'll be able to make at least 2 of these in an hour. So if you've got a craft fair coming up and you need to make some lovely gifts to sell at a craft fair, this is absolutely ideal. So straight across the bottom, little back tack just to make sure it's secure. So that's given us our square bottom. There we go, nice and square. We'll keep that as it is. So with this one, where there's no wadding, again we're just going to pinch those corners, pull them out, and get that seam going right across the middle there. So there's the corners there, and it shows where the seam is there. We'll cut those threads off later. So straight across. And you can use another sort of stabiliser if you wish, you don't have to use wadding. And again, pull that corner out. And if you want to open up your seam at the side, you can, but I just tend to keep it flat. So make sure everything is out of the way. And straight across. So there's the first little bit done. Now, while I trim my ends, go and have a look at my gold club. You can find access to my Gold Club from my website. Sign up and you can connect to my Facebook Live events and join in all the fun my Gold Club members have on a weekly basis. And of course you get free patterns. See my Gold Club video on YouTube for more information. So I've trimmed all my threads up for you, and now all I've done is I've turned out the piece with the wadding so the right side of the fabric is facing out. I've kept my lining so the lining is actually right side inside. We're just going to pop one inside the other. We're going to match those seams up. There we go. And so this is fully reversible. What we're going to do is turn the outside edge in 1/4 inch, the inside edge 1/4 inch, and we're going to top stitch those edges together. So that's what it looks like. We've got a 1/4 inch there, folded in, 1/4 inch there, folded in, and we're going to top stitch those together across here. And I actually like to take the table off of my machine so I can get the whole little gift box wrapped around. I always start at a side seam, but that's entirely up to you. So just make sure all those layers are sitting together nicely. I also nest my seams, so in other words, I push my seams one way and then the other side, they go the other way. So we just fold this over. Now you could pin this to make it easier for yourself. And you could also trim down the wadding as well. You could also use glue to hold these layers together, or quilter's tape is a really good idea. So just bring those in and start off. Now I like to put my needle in and then I can work with my hands free. And I can adjust as I go along. You could also stay stitch the top of the wadding to the top of the bag so all of those layers stay together. And I think these would be lovely filled with cookies to give away for Christmas, for the holiday period. So just take your time going all the way round, there's no hurry. Well, unless you know you've got to give this away pretty quick, and then it's a hurry. Oh. So just coming over those seams, you may want to use your seam jump for that, your bulky seam aid. But even with all these layers of denim, this is being stitched up fine. So just work your way around. Now don't do a back stitch when you come to the end, just run your stitches over the top of your first lot of stitches, and that's enough to secure the ends of the thread, and it looks neater than a lot of back stitches. So 2 or 3 stitches running over the top of the original ones. I'll just trim my ends. I got some almonds to go in this one. Maybe I could put some chocolate coins in as well. So there we are. Probably could do with a press, but there we are. Just fold this down. It's got a really nice fold, probably about 1.5 inches at least, a couple of centimetres, 3 centimetres. And there we have it. That's the denim version. Oh, I love it. So we can put our almonds in there and give that away as a gift. So I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye, I'll see you later.